Welcome back to the Reality Guys. I'm your host, Billy Blinks, joined as always by my co host, Brian.
What's going on, everybody?
We are excited for this one. This is Vanderpump Rules, Season 10, Episode 14. There's something about her. This is our first episode reviewing Vanderpump Rules on the Reality Guys, not obviously our first episode watching Vanderpump Rules. I have been a fan for a very long time, rocking the Tom shirt. Brian is a new fan, just binged the whole damn show in the last 3-4 weeks, killing it. Um, we knew we had to be caught up before the finale, and we are 1 week early. So here we are to your review. Make sure you're checking out our TikTok as well. Tons of different videos and things. A lot of Vanderpump stuff, our opinions on the news. And I also did see Tom Sandoval and the most extras a few nights ago. We'll do a separate video on that. But Brian, let's talk about the penultimate episode of season 10. And I think we need to end it with how the season really ended. Katie finally, after a season worth of having to watch these microaggressions against her, the disrespect from Schwartz, the disrespect from Raquel, not a really kind of the disregarding of her from a lot of her friends too, and her feelings really outside of like Lala and maybe Christina Kelly, who had her back really the whole season. And Christina Kelly's a half friend anyway, because she still goes to the events and stuff when she's invited because she wants to go to
Right.
everything. But Katie's really been left out on an island this season, and who better than your own mother, Miss Terry, to come out fighting for her girl. And she had some exchanges with Raquel. She had some exchanges with Sandoval. We'll get into Sandoval, but I want to hear from you, Bri, your first Vanderpump Rules live episode. What did you think? And I want to hear about the fights at the end.
I enjoyed the hell out of tonight. Like, I was looking forward to this all day. I finally got caught up probably about like 10 a.m. today. So just patiently waiting until 9 o'clock. I loved it. It was the perfect episode to like really watch live. So much happening, especially like just binging it all. Like, I have all this fresh knowledge in my mind of like all these characters. And I mean, Katie's mom, I know people are probably gonna like Sandoval was like talking all this crap, like, I don't know why your mom's like fighting these battles, but I don't know any parent, if they witnessed what was happening there and they knew exactly what Katie went through. Her mom like really liked Tom. I think anybody's parent would step up in that situation and do the exact same thing.
No, it was great. And, the Raquel eye roll was what set Katie off. And it's classic because I hate an eye roll and the eye roll. And it's like, why are you even engaging with like Miss Terry? Just leave it
Right.
alone. Just leave it be. Why are you even like, again, Raquel, like, why are you even bothering her on her night? This is her night, right? Don't sit down and say, hey, like, I didn't come because I want to respect you and I didn't come to the shop. I didn't want to bother you on your night. But 10 minutes later now, I'm going to bring it all up and ruin your night. That girl has zero empathy. That is for
Yeah.
damn sure.
I mean, coming from somebody like me who doesn't have a lot of empathy to begin with at all, she makes me look like I have overloading empathy. Like, she can't read a room, she can't read any situation. She sounds like a sim or an NPC character.
She's a
Like,
sim. She's a sim.
it blows my mind the way that she like thinks like of situations, like when her like she just interjects herself in spots where it's like no one is even looking at you, no one's trying to talk to you. She just is like, well, I need to say what I need to say, and it's just like the dumbest thing.
We had the return of the SUR Alley tonight. We had Katie and Schwartz out there, and Rachel comes out and bothers them. Like, get out. What are you doing? You're not part of this. Stop worrying about being on damn camera, because that's how it came off to me.
Yeah, no, that's definitely what it looks like. Like, she really was like taking the reins this season, the entire season, like trying to be a main character. That's the way I like, especially like watching it all. Like, just no one was acting like even Kristen never really acted like the way, like trying to get on camera. Like, none of these like other crazy characters that have been on all past
Well,
seasons. He
remember,
just
Raquel was a
crazy.
fan. Raquel watched the show
Mhm.
and then like went and applied to in the whole thing. That's a known fact that she knew about the show beforehand. It wasn't something that was a big surprise. Like anyone else that's joined later on in the series, we saw some of the throwaway characters, people that have come and gone in the history. Something else I want to talk about though, talking with Raquel and talking about that dinner party, the Lisa birthday party, the after party of the opening, was the conversation she had with Ariana. It was very cringe. It was very nefarious, talking about intimacy and asking if she's still attracted to Tom. And if you aren't having sex, like that's something that's really important in a relationship. Meanwhile, she is already at least hooked up, made out with Tom. I don't know if they've slept with each other at this point in the timeline. All that stuff seems like it's going to get answered during the reunion. And we haven't dug into too much of that on the outside, only really what's thrown in our face. But man, look, historically, Ariana has been one of my favorites, but this she does not deserve any of the crap that's happened. And I've grown to really actually respect her over time. And just like there's one thing to cheat on somebody and to like be cheating on somebody like your friend and you're sleeping with her husband or I mean her boyfriend or hooking, but like what's going through your mind when you're seeing this?
Me or like what do you
Yeah,
think
your
Raquel's
mind.
thinking?
No, like as a
No,
viewer,
I
like
think it's just insane to me. Like this is gonna sound so nerdy, but it honestly reminds me of the way she was like planting those seeds. Like she's like a Sith Lord or like
yeah,
Emperor Palpatine, like trying to like reset the galaxy to like her bidding, and it just like the whole conversation is like, oh, you need to have sex with your boyfriend. Like I, I couldn't even imagine anybody talking to anybody like that in real life. It just didn't seem real to me. But this is who she is, and it's just insane.
he's had what you would call in wrestling a real heel turn this season, man.
Yeah.
It is a big turn coming in. I mean, we did get an official. We do have a renewal. Like we know we're getting Vanderpump 11. Like it's 100% renewed. It's just gonna be crazy to see the dynamic with her going forward. Like she's not gonna have any friends. Like the closest thing I can think of in Vanderpump history to this is like when Stassi came back, right? When she came
Mhm.
back and had no friends.
Yeah, but I mean, it took her some time, but not on this level.
No, not on this level at
This
all.
is like cataclysmic level.
Stassi was just talking crap and got uppity.
Yeah,
Raquel's literally lying, cheating, and like ruining people's lives.
right. Like
Uh,
Jax did some terrible things and still got him back in the grace. So like, I don't, I still could see her coming back. Like
there's
Sheena,
only one Jax Taylor.
Sheena will roll over like a dog, I'm sure, at some point and talk to her or something like that. Like there will be some people that will go back.
Well,
I'm
because
sure.
they need to film, dude. The one thing
Yeah.
they care about
Oh
the
yeah.
most is keeping those cameras on. Trust me, this groups especially, and that's always going to be the case. And look, I don't really blame them. You built your life around it, whatever, but doesn't mean that they're great people, right? And I think
Definitely
some of
not.
them are varying degrees. We are going to do a rankings video when the season's over. We're going to tier list all of our Vanderpump Rules cast members historically, and we're going to maybe get some input for some other friends, let people join and be a fun one. Um, the Raquel last thing on Raquel, I really want to touch on, at least for now, is the lightning necklace. That was the secret love necklace, apparently, that we were going to see with her in Sandoval. She purchased it herself. $700.
Yeah, that would. Yeah,
Real gold. I'm like, yeah, cool.
that
All right.
California inflation.
$700. Don't buy anything in a boutique. It's gonna kill you. Congrats to Katie and Ariana to the soft opening of There's Something About Her. The sandwiches look dope. I'm just on their website right now. They're not actually open yet. They do have a merch shop, but it does say coming in 2023, and we are in May. So I'm hoping maybe they get it out in the summer. I'm looking to go out to LA. I'd like to go out in the next month or two, maybe. Be kind of cool if it was open.
Do you think that maybe like the events that happened recently like could have
Sure don't
put
help.
a hold on that, like or like which I get, like Ariana's like distraught and like they're just both like dumbfounded with what's going on. Do you think there's any possibility of that?
I guess, but I don't want to sound like um callous here, but like how much are they going to be actively day to day like working on developing a small sandwich shop? And also like no, I just no, it's
I
I
just
just
don't
don't
know.
think it's that
I just don't know.
complicated. I don't know. I think it's probably that I'm just always curious with them too. Did they get ahead of themselves here? Was it really not even like anything?
Mhm.
That's again, that's something I think will be hopefully one of the more lighthearted things. If we get at anything lighthearted in that 3-part reunion, I would like to hear about the sandwich shop. Like honestly, like I want to go to the sandwich shop. So
I just don't, man. The things I've seen, like it, a lot of them said like the first it get 2 minutes in, it's just blow up. So I don't know when Andy's gonna squeeze in the sandwich stuff. Maybe at the bitter end after people get like ejected.
maybe they'll ask. They don't even ask. Maybe next week they'll ask about it when she's on Watch What Happens.
Okay.
Yeah, Ariana, tune in for that. Set your DVRs if you don't watch What Happens live. We're not watching it right now because we're recording. I'll watch it later. Katie's on tonight with Karen Gilliam, Nebula from
Yeah,
Guardians of the
I will.
Galaxy.
I don't normally. I usually would not watch that, but I will be watching
I love
this
watching
one,
that.
and I'm gonna watch. Well, now I have a little more respect for it now after I've watched Vanderpump and I've seen like Andy work because I didn't really love him on the Traders reunion, but I
Yeah,
think
yeah, yeah.
this is more his speed.
Well,
So I
yeah, it's
kind
his
of like
universe.
enjoyed it. I kind of have a little more respect for him as a host.
Congrats to James Kennedy. It's going to perform the Imagine Festival next to Cascade. And then they showed the poster and they scrolled down. Great editing, as always, on Vanderpump. That's something that they've really picked up their game over the years. They've always been good with the flashbacks, but like even just kind of the editing,
Yeah,
sweet stuff has been really cool the last few seasons.
yeah. Last week's episode editing was great with the like
That's all time.
the rewind. That was really good.
Uh, I loved the Lisa speech at the end. Honestly, her birthday speech, it really did recognize in that exact moment, in that snapshot, they all are dealing with stuff. They're all dealing with life and not really knowing how to move on or how to deal with the most recent traumas or changes in their lives. And Lisa, someone's gone through a lot of pain the last few years, a lot of family loss, a lot of, financial stuff going on, it seems, in the background with the pump closing. And I don't think they're going broke, but it does seem like the pandemic really put a
Mhm.
hit on their cash for sure.
Yeah,
Lisa
definitely.
and Ken definitely aren't as cash rich as they were before. I mean, they sold out a million cars and houses and all, and are doing just fine. They can sell some things off they wanted to, but not wanting to renew a restaurant lease kind of is the signs that they're
Yeah.
not fully where they think they'd want to be.
Definitely, definitely. I mean, I'm sure they'll maybe that's another thing probably we want to see addressed, but maybe will not be addressed in the reunion.
Yeah, probably not. We'll see. Again, I mean, it's gonna be 90% Scandoval, 95% Scandoval. So I mean,
Would you
that's
rather? I know they're gonna break it in three, but man, wouldn't you just love? I would love just 3 hours, just 9 to
I
12 hours
want
stay up. I would.
Brian, not only do I want a 3 hour special, I want them to do it like in a special movie theater event where me and you could go to a United Artist and watch the
Dude, I
three
think
hour.
that
I
place would
would
be
pay to watch it in a
packed.
movie theater.
That would actually be really fun to like watch it with just strangers and just kind of get everyone's gauge. That would be really cool.
If there was a long one, we would totally at some point in the future. We're definitely going to do some more like live watch parties, even if they're online to start. But that in person, that would be a really fun thing to be able to do. I guess if you could rent a movie theater out like a Regal and you're allowed to do that for birthday parties, like technically, I guess you could put anything you want on.
Yeah,
So we could do a re.
it's really. I've heard it's not that expensive to
Oh,
rent
it's
out
definitely
a
not. I
theater.
don't think it is because they're just sitting there. So
Mm.
some fun ideas for maybe a reality guys live event. We'll watch an episode of something, maybe like a Jersey Shore type thing, or that'd be kind of fun. We'll figure it out. Um, Make sure, like I said, you're subscribed here. We cover everything and anything reality TV, even as far as Bravo. We do cover Below Deck. We're covering all the reality competition shows going on right now, like Survivor and The Challenge. We cover any kind of dating show, like 90 Day Fiance, The Other Way, or Married at First Sight. Look out for us covering other Fox reality shows, like Farmer Wants a Wife, currently about to air its finale next week. We're also going to be covering Stars on Mars featuring Tom Schwartz. So that look out for that. Check out all the interviews we have going on. We have a preview coming for Temptation Island season 5 that is coming in June with our boy Ray Rock, who was a contestant on season 4. So just a lot of cool stuff going on the channel. It's going to be an awesome summer of reality TV, and we would love for you guys to not only check out our coverage of Vanderpump, but everything else that we have going on. But until next time, for myself and Brian, thank you. Peace.